Um, Molweni Mandase. Wait. Um, Molweni Mandase, welcome to the start of a new vlog. If you're new here, my name is Village Dogas, and I hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy. And don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you're a returning subby, a woman called back to you, Ndasekaya. I hope you guys are doing well. And also, I hope you guys can hear me because Umachin is running in the background, but it says Bangongo. And then up next door, they're doing some furniture thingy, so there's gonna be like sounds every now and again. Is that thing that cuts a box? I mean, that cuts wood. It must so. Please forgive me, guys. I need to do this today because tomorrow I'm leaving, and I won't have a chance to do it again. So yeah. Anyways, today is the last part of the pregnancy journey, becoming a mom journey, whatever you want to call it. So today I'm gonna do the first year of being a mom, how it's been, and I think I'm gonna break it out into like 3 months, first 3 months, second 3 months, jalo jalo, so that it's not gonna be long. So let's get right into it. The first 3 months of having the baby, right? I think I did touch on the first 5 days on the previous vlog. That after giving birth, my mom was there to help me for the first 5 days after giving birth, but after that, she had to go back to work, meaning I was alone in the house with the baby from that day going on forward, right? So the other thing that was sad was the fact that in the first, not even the first 3 months, in the first week of having the baby, my milk supply was just not giving. Like it was not giving at all. I think the baby was not getting full also because I think that's why she was crying a lot at Suku. Because like for some reason within the first week, somewhere somehow the milk dried out, like it was not coming out at all. It was a struggle. Shame. I made sure to drink everything there was. I was told about to drink amaheu, the rooibos tea, having oats, like everything I was told, but it still didn't work out. The only thing I didn't drink was the camein tea. I think that it's called camein tea or something like that. I didn't get to that point because I was like, I'm tired, son. I've tried everything, but it's not happening. So I had no choice but to buy milk, and I was sad because I wanted to have my baby have breast milk for the first 6 months of her life, but that didn't happen. I was so sad about it, but okay, we had to move on with Tunana. We had to move on, so I had to, like, obviously on the second week of the baby. Oh man, we're a bed, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys. I just received a call, so I'm not sure where I stopped. I'm not sure. I think I was still talking about the. But okay, I bought milk. Yes, on the second week of the baby being born, I had to buy milk, and I used Epelagon. That's what she used from the first time she started drinking milk until she turned a year old. We were using Epelagon, so that's what happened. And then also, on the first 3 months, I was scared of washing the baby, guys. I could not. I was so scared of washing the baby. She looked very small to me, and I felt like I'm gonna break her or something, or maybe I'm gonna drown her or whatever. So my mom was the one who was washing the baby, and because she was working, she had to do that in the evening when she comes back from work, and then on her off days she would wash her in the morning, right? So I didn't wash the baby. I only started washing the baby, I think, the day before she turned 3 months. That was the first time I ever washed the baby till today. So that's the first time I watched the baby. And also within visiting, like having people see her and whatnot, I had told myself that I was gonna do that, or can you have people see her, or actually go out for people to see her after she had turned a 3 months old. I had my family though who had came on the first 12 days. On the 12th day, basically, they came through to come see the baby, and obviously the father came within the first week. So yeah, so that happened. And then with the visiting, My plan was to go on the after she was 3 months, but I went a week before she turned 3 to go visit at home. That was the first time we went to visit, and we've been visiting since then. Every month we go visit home for about a week or something, close to 2 weeks or whatever, since she was a week before turning 3 months. So that's been consistent ever since. And then another thing that happened, oh, I think that's all from the first 3 months, and then from 3 months till 6 months. I think the first weekend after she turned 3 months, that's when we went out with. I'm not went out, but went to go see family. So the family that she had seen first was my father's family, which is like my father's siblings and my cousins. And then now, after she turned 3, that's when we went to go see my mom's family. There was Omkiti. One of my cousins had Omkiti. So we went there for Umgidi on the first weekend after she turned 3, and that's when like she saw the whole family and whatnot. That was the first time. And then the Sunday, which is the day after that day, we went to church for the first time. Unfortunately, my baby doesn't like church. She went to church after turning 3 months, but she seems to not like it that much, so she hasn't been going much. Oh, she was going from the 3 to 6 months. She had been going consistently, like nothing was wrong. She was enjoying it. It was cool. And also I think she also started eating within the first 3 months. That's what I forgot to say. She started eating within the first 3 months. Unfortunately for her, because she was not having it. Ipotile seems to not doing much, because Profit was doing much, but she was eating a lot. She was drinking bottle a lot, so we had to chop in something to assist. Yeah, but because imali was, I'm not working, guys. I was unemployed. Still am, so I couldn't afford it. So that happened, and then she, what was new, Kanyan? From 3 to 6 months, what happened that was new? Besides visiting and going back to church. Ina sisityalena. Ityale. Eh. Besides going back to church, what else happened, Kanyan? I think that's it. It wasn't much. Like, she was just a baby. Oh, also she started crawling. I also did tummy time with her after she turned 3 months. We started doing tummy times, and I also did chopped in Lando exercises. I've seen on TikTok. I mean, not on TikTok, on YouTube. Another mom there was doing it as also like to stretch the baby, the arms, the legs, and whatnot. I also started doing that after she turned 3 months. We were doing that throughout that time. So that happened, and then when she turned 6 to 9 months, right? After she turned 6 months, I bought her the feeding chair, and that's when I also started giving her like solid food that we eat. The first thing I gave her was egg, and she seemed to love it, and she still enjoys it till this day. The first thing she ate was egg besides baby food, and also started eating. I think she started eating our food as well around that time, like, because whenever we were dished up for kukya, she would like be that girl who grabs whatever she wants in my plate and eat and whatnot, and I would let her do it. And I think I regret that a bit, because Ngoku, she still does it, and sometimes I'm like, don't, especially with the hands, dirty hands. She touches everything most, and then she comes to me, I'm like, girl, no. But I can't really stop it much, because I think I was the one who let her do it the first time around, so she came. I can't stop it now. I think it's too late. It's still, I don't know, man, but yeah, we too. And also another thing that happened, she started crawling between 6 to 9. She started crawling around that time. I think she was around, I think it was 7 months. When she was almost 7 months, that's when she started crawling. She was crawling, and somehow her first tooth also came out. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure around. I think she was also after 7 months, ne? Because by the time she was 8 months, she already had angalapa, the first two angalapa. Yeah, she started having the teethies, the baby cups, started coming out. And then another thing that happened, which I think is very sad and very bad, was after she had turned 8 months, or the day, and then exactly the next day, exactly the next day after she turned 8 months, that's when I think she started recognizing abantu and seeing them, and she started not wanting people. She started around that time to not want abantu. like having strangers or people she hasn't seen much in a long time. She started not, and it was sad because she started not wanting my family too, because we've been visiting them every month, but still Ugel was like and then a first trip outside of Cape Town, besides when she was still in the stomach, now when she was out, was on Christmas Day. No, the day after Christmas, when we were traveling to Eastern Cape. It was my cousin's kitty in the Eastern Cape, so we traveled with my family to Eastern Cape the day after Christmas Day. And it was nice, a shame. It was okay. I enjoyed myself, but it was sad because I had to look after the baby. The baby didn't want people to look after her at all. She didn't want anyone except for my cousin Una, so who would help me a lot. Appreciate you guys. Now, so if you're watching this, love you loads, Kesana. Some of my cousins also tried, shame, but girl was just not wanting them, which is very sad. But guys, I see you. I see you. And then my aunts also chopped in, tried and whatnot, but she didn't want them. Also my dad, she didn't see my dad. She hasn't seen my dad. That was the first time she had seen my dad ever since she was born, because we were talking through video call and through calls, which means she hasn't seen her face to face except for the time she was still in my stomach. But he was the one obefuna for some odd reason. My baby didn't have any issue with being with my dad from that day till today, which is very odd. But okay, it is what it is. So we went home, kid. It was a nice shame. And the sad part was that even when I needed to use the bathroom, I had to go with but yeah, we too. It was sad, but okay, I enjoyed myself. I had a lot of fun. So yeah, we came back in January. No, we came back on the 31st because we wanted to have a first apekapa. So we came back on the 31st with my dad. And it was nice. It was my first time ever having spent a New Year with my dad. I've never spent Christmas now. I don't remember the last time I spent Christmas now. So having to spend the New Year with him was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And then I came back home before she turned 9 months. I came back home, and yeah, we too. Nothing much happened except, oh, she also started walking. I think she started taking her steps before, when we came back from Eastern Cape. I'm lying. Before, because she was using Izinto to walk. Like she would always balance on things up and down. And then when we came back from Eastern Cape, that's when she started, like, I think she was it wasn't on the first 9 months. It was after 9 months, between 9 to 12 months, when she started when she started walking. And the first step she took, she would take one step. After she turned 10 months, she took one step, and then she was scared to take the second step. And then somehow she was able to do it. Like she took 2 steps, and it was the biggest thing ever apparently for us. The proudest moment as a mom, and I liked it a lot. She only started walking after, I think, after she turned 11 months. That's when she was walking, and it was the greatest thing ever. So yeah, and kuyo yonke loo nto, she was eating well. She has been eating, and she was never a sick baby. Only the only time she was sick was when we came back from the Eastern Cape. It was flu. I think it was the road, because obviously we were sitting in the car, and because I have the baby, I had to sit by the window so that Abanyamanu can be comfortable in the car. So I think the wind from the window throughout the night is what caused her to have a fever. But I took her to the clinic when we came back, and she got medication, and she was bashash. So she hasn't been sick ever since. The only thing that she has is flu every now and again, but that gets sorted out with the medication yake, Calpol and Panado, and then she's bashash again. The only thing that we have now a problem is pimples. Somehow something eats her lipid, le room, and it eats her alone, because my sister and I cover ourselves when we sleep, and she doesn't. So she always wake up with pimples up on the side of her cheek, and sometimes on the forehead, and now ilapha glendao on the ears and in between the iminwe yakhe. But like my mom suggested that we buy allergies for now, and that's what I've been using. And before that, I was using her balm cream, isudo cream, for the pimples, because there was somewhere also happened to have them throughout umzimba wonke, and I used that, and it helped a lot. So I'm using that again now, and I also bought the allergics to make sure that nyani, it's not something hectic. But I'm planning on going to see the doctor if it doesn't help, or if it comes back again, so that we can know what we're dealing with and what to use. But other than that, oh, she's been a good girl, shame. Besides being a cry baby and being a clingy baby, she's been a good girl, shame. I don't want to lie. She's only now start. Oh, also now we're in the process. She's like what? 15 months. Yes, she's 15 months, and she started being sick. And I think what's making her sick now is because she has abandwana that comes in. They came in with a bang. She had nalapha, and there was one on each side coming, and then now I think last month there were four. In the beginning of this month, August, four of them, two on each side, up Mazanzi. They were coming in very hard. Four on each side. Yeah, Mazanzi. So she has two upper, and then there's four coming out upper, and then there's four on top, which is like gapi 4, 8, 9. I don't know how many, but yeah, that's happening. We're dealing with that now. But I think she's getting better now as the month progressed, because at the beginning of the month it was hectic because it was starting out. But now, it's no longer hectic because they are showing now. So that's what we're dealing with now. Otherwise, baby girl is growing well, she's doing good, and she stopped eating ipapa yabantwana before. I think when she turned a year old, that's when she stopped eating the purity porridge, baby porridges, and she wanted to eat what we eat, and she's been doing good because she eats what we eat. And I also stopped giving her porridge when we sleep. She eats supper with us, but sometimes when we cook mhlambi or there's bread and stuff like that, then obviously I'm gonna give her porridge or noodles, because she won't be like, she can't sleep with bread. She's a baby and she can't eat umngqusho. But now she does eat it lo umhlophe. But after she turned a year old, she wasn't eating it. But yeah, we too. I don't want to lie, it's been great being a mom. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's a journey that I didn't know I was ready for until it happened, and I'm grateful that I'm going through it with the people that I'm going through it with, which is my family and the mfana, it's a great journey. I don't want to lie. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video audio is audible, because Umachini hasn't stopped running, unfortunately. And I have this baby who's, Mosamandwana. I had no choice, guys. Like, I had to attend her every now and again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sure I covered everything. If not, you will let me know in the comment section or ask me if there's questions. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this becoming a mom journey of mine. And anyway, thank you for watching my becoming a mom journey. I have a vlog that I've started. I think I'm going to finish it this weekend, so I'm going to upload it after this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to click on this like button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and drop your comments. I enjoy reading your comments so much, and thank you so much for being subscribed, and to everyone who watched my videos. Thank you for the 317 subscribers that I have. Road to, I don't know what road to what, road to 350, 400, something like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, which will be a vlog. Bye. Yo, mitunani mapapayisa mantwana. Ya mapapayisa. Iyo mitunana.